Sands of Aura is an isometric, Souls-like open-world RPG that combines a cartoonish art style with an unforgiving combat. It is currently in early access, and after a couple of hours of constantly biting the dust, crafting new armor, and studying the parry windows of the enemies, I am able to provide you with an answer to the question: Sands of Aura, is it for you? The world of Talamel would be Anakin Skywalker's nightmare, since it has been flooded by a sea of sand. But luckily, you, as a soon-to-be knight, are traveling the world, roaming free with your boat, visiting islands, solving mysteries, and get plunged in a supernatural struggle. Due to sometimes good and sometimes non-existent voice acting, and the vague explanations of the characters, the stories can be a bit confusing. But luckily this game doesn't need a powerful storytelling, since it excels in the gameplay department, with a crafting system that lets you freely choose between one of the many weapons, and modifying those to your preferred playstyle. Yet not only are your weapons modifiable, but your 4-part armor as well, which comes with different types of set boni and can be found on the various islands. Upgrading it for more gem sockets and passive buffs is one way to improve your character. A strong belief in the goddess Lysis is another, since you can acquire scrolls and the in-game currency to throw at a priest to increase your combat capabilities. Talamel's church is in that regard ahead compared to ours. The religious backlash I might have summoned with the last comment aside, it is paramount to speak to each and every NPC in this world, since neither story nor side quests are highlighted or tracked. This lack of handholding is even more dominant in the combat system. Moving with WASD, turning the camera with the mouse, auto-attacking with the left and blocking with the right mouse button are the basics. However, it is noteworthy that blocking at the right moment leads to a parry, which temporarily stuns the enemy and lets your attacks critically hit. For the ones unaffected by vertigo, the dodge roll might be more suited. However, it is bound on the same key as sprinting, which can sometimes lead to a death resulting roll from a high building and the loss of the accumulated coins. This questionable key binding aside, the developers fitted your characters with an expandable healing bell, and also spells you can learn and improve with 3 different effect options depending on your next action. Furthermore, each weapon has a special attack, which gets more powerful the more corruption you store. Sands of Aura shines with a great combat system that feels immensely rewarding when you are taking down a boss after many tries. A creative crafting system which lets you freely experiment and take up the necessary arms depending on your needs. And an open world that at first seems to be lacking variety, but after exploring only just this part of the world map in 7-hour playtime, I am either horrible at the game or the world is much smaller than it seems. The lack of some guidance like a minimap or quest tracking system aside, Sands of Aura has a great foundation that can be even improved by a different selection of keybinds and increasing the lighting in dark areas, because in some caves it feels like wearing sunglasses during a blackout. So if you liked what you saw, then I would say Sands of Aura is definitely for you. I thank you all for watching and wish you goodbye.